Hello, and welcome to the Intro to Selling Paint Kits course by Start with Paint. This beginner friendly pre recorded workshop is designed to help you understand how to sublimate on canvas and sell paint kits using the sublimation method. Here's a summary of what we will cover: a product list, equipment list, what you will need to ship, how to go about finding images, locations to sell paint kits, best tools for marketing and graphics, a step-by-step paint kit tutorial, and helpful resources. So a little bit about me. My name is Aisha. I am a full-time budget analyst with a background in accounting. However, I use my small business, Start with Paint, to supplement my income and as a hobby. Major wins. My major wins include winning a pitch competition, selling canvases to a large grocery store chain, as well as a well known private university, and multiple nonprofits for team building workshops. I've attended over 100 vendor fairs, and I have painted canvases at art fairs and theater productions. Disclaimer: this workshop is for educational purposes only. I make no guarantees to income. Just like my success, your success depends entirely on your planning, execution, and persistence. You get what you put in. And that statement is for any business, whether it's paint kit business, clothing, jewelry, you have to do the work. The first thing I want to cover in this product is the product list. This is the product cost of your cost of goods sold, what you are going to be handing to your customer. For one paint kit, I provide the following: a stretch canvas, 8 by 10, acrylic paints. My favorite brand is the Milo brand on Amazon. Paint strips, such as these 6 paint strip containers. Disposable aprons. I get the multi-size or adult size option. Flat and round paint brushes. The flat paintbrush covers more ground on the canvas, and then the round, small paintbrush covers detail. Self-seal bags to put all of the items in, and sandwich bags to include the apron, the paint strips, the paint brushes, as well as a reference image and instructions. The instructions are not shown in the picture to the right. Here's a picture of my product. The left picture is the front. This shows the sublimated image and includes a reference sheet in the left or right corner. And the right picture shows the back, which includes instructions, paint, apron, and brushes. Next, we have the supplies and equipment you will need. These include heat press, which you can see here. This is my exact heat press. Sublimation printer and ink. And this is also my exact sublimation printer. Regular ink and a regular printer. You'll also need heat tape, Teflon sheets, sublimation paper, and regular paper. I've included the links for each one. I bought all of these items off Amazon. As for the ink, the sublimation ink, I got it from Cosmos. Note that the Epson printer is not a sublimation printer. You have to convert it to a sublimation printer. There is no such thing as a sublimation printer. It becomes one once you use sublimation ink. So this Epson printer came with regular ink. And the difference between an Epson and like a HP is these Epsons you put the ink directly into the printer, and it comes with regular ink that you put directly into the printer. You have to go and buy sublimation ink and put it into these printers versus the regular ink that it comes with. Once you put that sublimation ink into the printer, it is now a sublimation printer. You have converted it to a sublimation printer. You cannot go back and put regular ink into the printer once you put sublimation ink into it. You will mess it up. So keep that in mind. If you offer shipping, then you will need these items: a weighing scale to weigh it to make sure that you are including the cost of shipping in your costs. Materials for shipping, such as poly mailers, which is these purple items here. They hold one 8x10 canvas. Boxes, these particular boxes hold two 8x10 canvases. If you are shipping a large quantity of canvases, you will want to use the box that your canvases came in. For instance, if you got your canvases from Amazon, it will come in a box. Reuse that box when you're shipping. You also need a tape gun. That's optional. As long as you have tape, you're fine, but a tape gun will make it more easier. A shipping label printer, also optional. I do not have one. I just use Word and type in the address, my address, as well as the person who's receiving the canvas address, and tape it to the box. So that's optional. And then the last thing here is stickers. Um, the fragile stickers I put on all of my canvases. I do not want the postman slinging them and throwing them around and damaging them before they get to the customer. So it's also optional, but I always use them. This leads us to the initial investment. If you want to start a paint kit business selling 8x10 sublimated canvases and offering shipping, the initial investment will be around $550. Here is a list of all of the items I initially purchased. Note, I already owned a regular printer, so that is not included in the cost. Also note, I did purchase my items new, but it could be cheaper for you if you shopped around for cheaper or secondhand equipment on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace or some sort of secondhand site. For instance, the sublimation printer, you probably can get that for half the cost. Mine costs $213.99. As well as the power press was $100. You might get $40 off there, which would reduce your initial investment cost. So now that you have all the supplies you need to start a paint kit business, you have identified your initial investment, you need to find or create an image. And you have three options. The first option is purchasing through a monthly membership. The second is purchasing individual digital files. And the third is to create your own. A popular monthly subscription is Step by Step Painting by Tracy Kiernan. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She offers free and member pricing for traceables as well as how-to guides to hosting a successful painting event. For purchased digital files, I prefer Artistic Procreations on Etsy and Paint Party World. I also sell paint kits, so you can purchase them from me too. And lastly, you have the option to create your own. Finding inspiration on Pinterest and watching my YouTube video to trace them out. The asterisks are items I have personally used. So I am a big fan of Artistic Procreations, as well as finding my own free images or creating my own. Here is a YouTube video I created showing how to take an image from Pinterest, trace it, and add it to a canvas. Although images taken from online you cannot call your own, you can use them for personal use or draw inspiration from them to create your own. If you choose to purchase from me, I do have a shop on Etsy. You could save $25 or 25%. Jesus, not $25. But you can use code SAVE25 at checkout for a discount on all items in shop, not just the paint printables. So definitely check out my Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/start with paint kits for 25% off. Next, let's talk about where to sell your kits. There are multiple ways you can sell your paint kits. Here are the most familiar three. First, at craft fairs, such as annual festivals and holiday markets. Second, online via an online storefront, such as Shopify, Etsy, or Squarespace. And lastly, private events such as company retreats, birthday parties, school fundraisers, Sunday school. For me, 60% of my sales come from craft fairs. Through the craft fairs, I do get leads to private events. So, have business cards and flyers to hand out to customers who might be interested in private events. Um, You don't necessarily have to start off with craft fairs. You can start off online only, but if you're doing online, which is where I initially started off at, you have to be okay with marketing. You have to push marketing, 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 marketing. TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube. You have to do the marketing. With craft fairs, those people come to you. You pay a table fee or a booth fee. Um, you go to the craft fair, set your table up along with other tables, and then these people come to the event, and there's really no marketing. The person who's hosting the event has marketed for you. You just have to stay there, make sure your table looks good, and hopefully that they buy from you. Um, as a introvert, I thrived in the craft fairs because I let the work speak for itself. Versus online, I have to, show up every day and post to drive that traffic to my at the time Shopify site. Again, the craft fairs do bring other revenues such as the private events because those people are coming to your table, might not be interested in purchasing right then, but they will take your card. Some of them will take your card and then call you later on for a birthday party, a school event, or just another craft fair. They like your items and they want you to attend their craft fair. So those are just some tidbits. This here is a sales tracker I use during craft fairs to track what items sold the most, sales and fees, and it includes a note section to write out what I like about the fair, lessons learned, and will I attend again. So if you look here at this sales tracker, the fee for attending this craft fair in particular that took place in October was $25. I made a total of $140 in sales. And then I list out each canvas that sold. I typically give all of my canvases a short name that match what they are. So if it's a sunflower, the canvas is just called sunflower. If it's an elf, it's just elf. So I'll just write that down and put the method that they paid as well how much did they pay. And then I end up totaling it up and putting it at the top of the page. In the notes section, what I typically do is write down the total of profit that I had, as well as which items sold the best. So the next year, I make sure if I attend this specific craft fair again, that I bring more of what sold the most last time because it's typically the same crowd. And the ones that sold less, I made sure to print them less. Um, Also, I kind of think about the pricing too. So pay attention to what your customers are doing, what they're saying. They might believe that your cost of $20 is too much. And if the booth fee is $25, you might want to go down on that cost. What I typically do is that I do not accept, or I do not go to a craft fair that is three times whatever I'm selling my canvas for. I need to be able to make my money back from the booth fee within three sales. So that's my rule of thumb. So if it is $30 for the booth fee, I I'm okay with bringing my price down to 10. I will make another video on how I come up with a calculation um, for my price as well as what my profit margins are. But I can bring my price down to about $10 and be okay. So if the booth fee is 30, then I need to sell at least three paint kits for me to feel for me to be comfortable with attending that event. I hope that makes sense. When it comes to marketing and graphics, Canva is the holy grail. There is a free version and there is a paid version. You will do fine with the free version. But you can do so many things on Canva. You can build a website on Canva. You can create your business cards, banners, business plans, flyers, logos, YouTube intros and outros. Canva is the holy grail. Now, if you want more designs, access to more designs, you will need to pay for Canva. Um, so do keep that in mind. But you will be fine if you just had the free version. And outside of the how-to video, that is it. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, sublimations for pay, intro to canvases. Um, the how-to video will be posted on my website, as well as links to my TikTok, YouTube, and Amazon. The how-to video will be via YouTube. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will be looking at that and answering questions that you may have. Um, Again, thank you for watching. My website is www.startwithpaint.com, and all of my social media links will be listed on my website. Be sure to follow for future workshops. Me on all social media platforms. Have a nice day.